Howdy everyone, so my name is Shahzan Ahmed and you're watching my channel Shahzan Ahmed Official, right? So today in this video, I'm gonna talk about the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, right? So I know, of course, you must have heard about this book, you must have read about this book, right? But uh, I'm not gonna give you that in-depth summary of the book. I'm just gonna share three principles from this book that I really implemented in my life, or it has created wonders for me, or it can create wonders for you as well, right? So there are three principles that you can apply from this book. The principle number one is call people by their names, right? Call people by their names. It's such a powerful tool in communications, right? When you call a person by his or her name, you're actually passing a very subtle compliment to them, right? And I personally and practically implemented that thing in my life, and people like are going crazy about it, right? They said thank you at the end of the conversations, right? I don't know why do they say it, but they say it, right? So you can also apply it the same thing. Principle number two, listen to the other person, right? Because we all know, like, let's face it, since our childhood, we all have been taught how to speak, right? But we have never been taught how to listen, right? We should need to allow the other person to talk, right? We should need to listen to them as well. And I personally believe, as far as I can gather from my life experiences, we should need to listen, and just by listening we can increase our knowledge, our experience, our standpoint at the same time, right? So allow the other person to talk, be a good listener, even though when it comes to listening I am also struggling a lot, right? So just start trying it out, right, as much as you can. Again, now moving forward to the third principle, that is like never ever criticize, right? That is my best principle, you can say. That is like my favorite one, right? So let me illustrate it properly to you. So when we were children, right, so we used to do some mistakes in our life, right? And whenever we used to do any mistake in our lives, so our parents and teachers would say, it's your mistake, you have done that. So what would you reply? You would have replied, it's not my fault, I'm not guilty of that. Even today as well, if somebody criticizes you and me, so what do? We try to protect ourselves, right? So when we really know this thing, that our human nature is not such that we can take criticism directly, right? When we know about this, so why do we criticize the people directly? Don't you think is it little bit unfair for us to do that, right? When we know the other person is definitely gonna protect himself or herself from criticism, right? So we can actually point out his or her mistake in a friendly manner as well. There is a very beautiful quote, flashing through my head by APJ Abdul Kalam, right? So that goes like that: it's very easy to defeat the people, but very difficult to win the people. So this book, right, How to Win Friends and Influence People, this book, and the author Dale Carnegie sir is talking about winning the people, not making them your enemies, right? So if you really want to be prosper in your life, so apply these three principles. Even I'm also trying to apply them, right? I am also trying to cement them in my communications. You can also join me on that same journey. So until then, to take yourself, bye bye, see ya, and do let me know about your thoughts as well on this. Until then, love you. Do take care yourself.